Hey there, Foppers, and welcome back to our quest to finish every single video game. That's right, after all of them. Today we're back with more Lobotomy Corporation, and I would like to change some people around here. So I want Adam to be in this team because he's the one that is supposed to deal with the Butterfly Man here. And also I would like some better people down here, whereas these people, all of them really, can go up. And they can train a bit up here. So what if we have like one level 5 employee in every single room? We need one more here. We can remove Tim then. And we put Katja in there. We put Haru in here. And we're gonna have a ton of abnormalities here. And a lot of them are gonna be very difficult to deal with. So we try to have a lot of good employees here. Whereas up here, we're gonna have a lot of room to train our employees. So I wanna do this. I don't know if it's a good idea to spend the lob points now to strengthen employees, or to save it up to get stronger employees later. I feel like our employees are good enough right now, especially with the refactoring here. I think it's a good idea to save, so we can get a bunch of level 3 and maybe level 4 employees too, once we unlock the next team here. If I had to guess, but I haven't gotten this far before, so I might be completely wrong. Now, as for the missions, I think we should probably go for a Dusk Ordeal this time. It's either that or with a Cliff-Oath Meltdown level 8 or lower. But that seems we're not gonna get a lot of training time, and we desperately need to start getting some training time in. So it seems to me like we want to wait with this. Again though, we probably unlock a new mission afterwards, and we don't know what that is. Or I don't know, you guys probably do, because a lot of you guys know a lot about this game. But I have no idea. I also want to unlock that mission as soon as possible. I don't necessarily think you unlock a mission. If anything, you probably unlock one of these core suppressions. So I don't know what's smart to focus on. I think I want Dusk because we need to train our employees more, and we desperately need to do that before we unlock 100 different abnormalities down here that we can't deal with. So I think we need to train. I think we go for the Dusk Ordeal. We can get a Dusk Ordeal. I have no idea how to do them, so I imagine I'm gonna fail epically, at least once or twice. But we need to try. Now, I would also like to try some of these out. So this is a tool. Okay. We can use you multiple times. Kind of scared to use you. See what happens when we put Haru in. Okay. Also, we need to do some work with you, and you look like a bird. Let's see if Haru makes it. Do we learn anything? The sap of a nameless, gigantic tree that roots itself on the edge of the world. Subjects who consume giant tree sap instantly recover physically. Furthermore, they will continue to heal over time. Also, they probably instantly die if they consume more than one piece of it, if I had to guess. Try doing something with Haru here, our level 5 employee. I don't know, you seem like you want attachment work to me, if I had to guess. So we see what happens when we do attachment work here, okay? Before we go look at everything else. I've got this. You seem like you're a high level. You're probably a WAV abnormality. You deal red damage to us, which leads me to believe you want to do instinct work. I don't know if there's necessarily a connection. Attachment seems to be working out just fine. It's gonna be like a yellow medium face, probably. Yeah. And you're definitely a WAV, I think. Well, I guess you could be ALF, but I imagine you lose even more percentages if you're ALF. Attachment works. I think we start getting the guidelines here. When another abnormality escaped in the department in which this one was contained, the Cliff-Oath counter lowered. When the work result was good, the Cliff-Oath counter lowered. Oh, interesting. When the work result was normal, the Cliff-Oath counter lowered with a low probability. Furthermore, the lower the Cliff-Oath counter, the more damage agents take while working with this abnormality. Okay, so seems like medium is probably the best we get there. We want to do attachment work with you, but with different employees. Try sending in Anastasia here and see what happens, because I think that should work out. Yeah, the only thing is that we don't want to work with you multiple times in a row with the same character. So other than that, I think we're fine. You are taking some sanity damage, so keep that in mind. Let's do some training here, okay? So you got Elena, she's a low-level employee. We want to train Temperance for more of our employees here. More of our agents, because we are low on Temperance. Basically with everyone. You're in a happy face. That's good. Great. We definitely want to do some work with you. Keep in mind that we lose access to train the employee that works with you. Maybe we don't, actually, come to think of it. We have all your equipment. We skip you for now. If anything, it's probably better to work with you. And we want to do Temperance level 4 or higher. And that's really everything we need to worry about here. Temperance level 4 or higher. Let's see. That limits us to working with Katja. And you can do insight work here, so let's do that. We had a success there, that's great. Who did the work? With TO4, that was Anastasia. So we want to work with someone who's not Anastasia. Max would be perfect, as long as he has the SP. I hope he does. Let's try. We might as well train someone's Temperance here. It has to be someone who's bold though. Well, it doesn't have to, but it should be. We can always train Elena. Does Elena survive Poop Day here? I think she does. Can we do some instinct here? We can. We can train up Eliza probably. Can do more attachment as well. Do Hoon. And we can always do some instinct here. Sending Kana. Okay, all around helper. Oh, we get a meltdown. Alright. We need to work with you later. And we need to work with you. We can do that immediately. So that's fine. We keep sending in Elena here. Because I do want her to rank up. I should probably focus on getting some employees to be maxed out in every single stat as well. Okay, we can skip you. And we can put you back in here, Elena. This is annoying. Elena can go in now. I think this is perfect. Okay, that was a bad face after all. Well, it's probably gonna be fine. Even if you go insane, we can fix that. I wanna keep sending in Katja here. We wanna send someone in here now. Send in. We can send in Acera. I can see that you survived that. It looks like you'll survive that, anyways. Send in Tim here. Send in someone here. Elena is kind of weak. Do we have anyone else? We can do Gonzalez probably, and that's fine. Right, and we keep training up here. Do Isabel. We don't want Adam to level up because we need him to deal with you. We can do Kana here. We can do more attachment work with you. So we sent in... Let's see. We sent in Max last time. So this time we send in... Anastasia again. We can also learn more about you. We can get your name. Happy Teddy Bear. Amazing. You do not escape ever. 30 boxes for a suit there. That's fine. Have no idea what to do with you, so we'll just wait for a little while. That's a real-life human eye. Blinking. Interesting. We can do work with you again. We know that attachment work did work with Haru here. So we probably try that once more and hope for the best. Hopefully we can learn something more about you. I would love that. Sending Kana here. And we're gonna get an ordeal soon. Send in... we need to do instinct with you, always. Send in Isabel. Yeah. Isabel there. And we're gonna get an ordeal now, so we let you finish off your work. And that's gonna have as many employees as possible available for us, which is good. You can easily get 8 levels actually at this point in time. I imagine we can do that next day as well. I do want to go for a Dusk Ordeal now though. I want to train someone here again. We can train Polinius, and that's gonna trigger an ordeal. There we go, the Fruit of Understanding. That's an easy one, luckily. So we send you guys in here. Good. And I know that eventually we're gonna have to focus a little bit more on not sending the weakest employees in. For the noon ordeals here, I think we're just good either way. Okay, there's one down here. I think we're good either way. But eventually we're not gonna want low-level employees to deal with abnormalities because they will go insane and or just straight up die. And it's gonna cause ripple effects that lead to more bad stuff happening. Okay, good, easy. Can we get your final thing? Yeah, we can. So we are completely done with you now. We need you to train with, if anything. And we can train here. See, we train... we need to do Katja here. Okay, so you have a common success chance now. Alright. Alright. Do we have anyone else who can train there, really? Not really, it seems Maximin, though. Sure, we can send in Maximin. That's something. Keep training Temperance for me here. Train up Acera. Keep training you. We can train Eliza there. Train whoever. We do Elena. And we can train Kana up here. Actually, Gonzalez is probably better. And then we can train... see, we can train Kana in repression work, which is good for us. We can come back here. We can learn something about you. Let's get the rest of your guidelines. When the work result was bad, the Cliffworth counter increased. Maybe you want few Cliffworth counters for some reason. This abnormality granted light to Odelia, who worked with it, when the Cliffworth counter was 1. Odelia's HP and SP were recovered and healed over time for a while. When an agent had less than 20% of their max HP remaining after completing the work process, this abnormality granted the same light. Oh, you have no associated weapon. Interesting. Huh. We do work here again with Haru. We have had success in the past. Hopefully we keep having success. And who worked with the Happy Teddy Bear last? Happy Teddy Bear. Does it not say Happy Teddy Bear? No, it doesn't. It doesn't update. But it was T0406. So we can have a look here. Anastasia did it last time. So we want Anastasia to not do it now. Okay, so we send in Max again. Hopefully we can level him up soon. Keep training someone in attachment here. Do Polinius. Just keep an eye on your face. And you know, there is one scary thing about going for a Dusk Ordeal now. And that is... there are abnormalities here that we can't necessarily deal with or don't know how to deal with that well. Especially the one in the box. If he escapes, that might be bad news. If we get a meltdown on you. That's the only major issue, though. Okay, let's see what you say now. We can get your final guideline. Oh, that's a big one. After escaping, this abnormality eventually willingly returned to its containment unit after a short while. They only displayed aggression after it was damaged, and the employee whose HP or SP reached 0 from its attacks died. When this abnormality was attacked, the eyes of those who injured it were scorched by the light emitted by the abnormality. Blinded employees worked at half speed. This abnormality cured Mika's eye injury when they finished the work process. Okay, you are the Firebird, a WAV. Alright. You are an escaping abnormality. So it seems like we want to do bad work. I mean, we get advantages for having a low cliff of counter on you. But if you escape, I mean, don't attack you. That's the big part. We can just ignore you, and that seems like it would work out. But it seems like it will be tough to have every single agent ignore you. Seems like that would be tough. I might be wrong though. Can we learn something about you again? You can get the rest of your things there, and then we can start getting your suits and stuff. Yeah, so of course, attachment is the only thing that really works with you. That's to be expected. Max worked with you last, so we can stand in Anastasia now. We might as well keep training in Insight, or Fortitude, I mean. Send in Elena here. Send whoever in here to train attachment. We get a meltdown, of course. Send in Vincent for you. You want to use portraits? Not really. We might as well do something with you. We can probably do this kind of work. We can send in Maximin to do that, and he can train a little. That's fine. We can send whoever in here, really. Send in Tim, sure. We send in someone here to train them. Do Eliza. Let's see. We do want to send Adam in here now. Adam goes there. We might as well send someone in here, right? Sending Gonzalez. Might as well send someone here too. Send in Kana there. I don't want to do work with you. That seems... I don't like the tools. They are scary to me. We might as well do some work with you here. We can keep sending in hard to do attachment work. That's worked out for us this far. Hopefully it keeps working out. We're really doing what I want to be doing right now. Okay, well, we can train someone here. Keep training Polinius. More attachment is good. Increases work success chance. So hopefully we can get max, well, the statistical temperance. It's kind of confusing that the works and the stats have different names. I will use the names interchangeably most of the time. Happy Teddy Bear, who worked last? Anastasia, it seems. I think that's right. So do max this time. We have one day. We can complete one of the missions. And I mean, is that a good idea? I think it is. A green ordeal, that's not grant us love. Actually, I don't think I've ever faced a green moon ordeal. Huh. Maybe it is a good idea to just end the day here. But if we unlock 2 more abnormalities, that's an issue. We need to train our employees more. That being said, I am quite happy about where we're at with employees, having restructured the whole facility. And we can definitely keep working until we get to the new ordeal there. I think we do that at least. Maybe we don't risk the actual ordeal this time around. But we can definitely get there at least. We want to train someone here. Keep training Polinius. I guess I'm kind of on a quest to max out employees now. Maybe Polinius is the wrong one, honestly. Doing their... Oh, that must be from the Fruit of Understanding. Yeah, sure. Maybe we keep sending in keep sending Maxim in here. We can get you once more there. We do have everything we need from you, that's good. We just let him finish his work. And I guess we can call it a day. We can learn something here. We can maybe get the attachment. We see how that works. Okay. So instinct is technically better, it seems. But attachment does the trick. Alright. We have everything, I think. We have everything from you. We can get something here. Yeah, we can get a suit. We take that. And that should be what we can get right now. We end this work that we finish that mission. We don't risk anything. I think this is a bad call. But I do feel kind of good about where we're at. Temperance up to 5 for Max is amazing. Temperance up to 5 for Anastasia 2. Temperance to 2 for Elena is good. Temperance 2 Asera. Fortitude 3 for Eliza. A lot of good stat-ups. I do like that we get more temperance. That is amazing. We get a new day here. Okay, and my dear employees, I do hope you'll put on the gas mask which is distributed to you before we enter. So the circles there are fan-made, I think. The day a ripe apple fell off the tree in the garden where the princess and the king stood, the witch's heart shattered. And the many shells cried out, "Oh, I do not like you." To be fair, we could probably work with you at this point in time. A gas mask, that does some bad. The witch's heart shattered. That's a fairy tale one. Try the dono. It's probably fine. The smiling faces are unfamiliar yet sorrowful. Sadness has begun, pass away, but greed says eternity, seeks deep, deep eternity. If a flaw in the system disables the sensors covering the abnormality, we'll once again have to sincerely consider how to dispose of the manager. Well, that doesn't sound good. We go for that. Maybe this is our reverse one. Mankind has yearned to build a fertile world for a long time. But what did fertile really mean to them? Is it worthy of all the tales of conflict and pain that took place? Numerous stories began and vanished, and in that process people started to lose faith. Looking at them, some saw despair while others saw hope. At a certain moment, a new civilization was born. Countless things changed in the blink of an eye. Along with the emergence of new technologies, all of the wings that keep this world aloft hold at least one singularity. That's right, just as the first humans wanted, those technologies had the intention to create a fertile world. People wanted a better world. And that aim for a better world set forth new spectacles ashimmer, a previously unimaginable sight that burst forth to the unprepared mind. Whether or not all that made everyone's life truly fertile is a question we simply won't know the answer to. One thing is certain, it is what enabled me to speak with you now. It seems the employees have become more talkative these days. They seem more motivated than usual. It's rare to see such a lively atmosphere, it's even getting me excited. Lively isn't really the right word, it's more like excited or a trivial thing. All because of a new manager, that's nothing special to us. Be more understanding, Tifreth. This is Lobotomy Corporation. News is rare other than the usual word of someone's death. The employees need something to talk about. Well, if it makes them more efficient at work for even a short time, then yes, I'll be understanding. What I can't get is why they're so nosy about it all. Weren't you excited the first time a new manager came in as well? Well, yes, because it was the very first time. It's still worth the excitement, even if it's not the first time to happen. Do you remember back then when we made a bet over whether the manager could save an employee who was at 95% mental corruption? Of course I remember. I bet that he couldn't, and you placed your bet on them being saved. Yeah, though the employee died, unfortunately. I was so happy with my victory, I insisted on keeping up our bets, even though the result always ended up the same. Right, but then you stopped making the bets at one point. Well, because you always lost, winning wasn't fun anymore. I never bet without thinking it through though. I always placed my hope in him, thinking maybe this time. It's a shame that you never got to win once. Well, maybe if we had infinite time, I guess a day would come when my hopes could come true. What do you think, manager? I could hedge on it happening. I agree with you, manager. Perhaps the bet could have turned out differently if we'd met sooner. Pass the day with a Clifford meltdown level of 7 or lower. Oh no. To prevent meltdowns from taking place, you must reduce the total amount of work by giving your orders in the most efficient way possible. If not, our facility will be flooded with abnormalities and ordeals. Okay, so we need to do the same thing again. Not a lot of training. Hopefully get a better noon ordeal this time, one I'm familiar with, and then I do feel better about going for 7. We do get a research though. Red shield bullets, physical intervention shield. A managerial bullet that attaches a force field which absorbs red type damage for a limited time will become available for use. The shield has no effect against other forms of attack. And the same for white, temporarily slows down the perception of the receiver, protecting them from external men. Okay. Yeah. And that's for black damage. I guess we just do 1, so this is probably an activated ability if I had to guess. Oh, we have space for more employees. Interesting. Oh, good thing we saved Lob then. Well, we're gonna have to have a look at the new employees in the next episode. But for now, we can read about the next abnormality and read their story. Let's do bold hair. Warning. You have been hit by the Boldy psychological attack. If a non-bold person reads this, they'll be granted the privilege to go bold at an extremely rapid pace. If one wants to stop this from happening, they must be assigned to work on this abnormality. In addition, if you find 10 or more strands of hair on your pillow in the morning, it is recommended to peruse this encyclopedia article at least 3 times. Bill. I had an amazing dream today. Brian. What? Did you win the lottery or something? Bill. When I got to work, everyone here was bold. Everyone including you. Maybe even people outside of this corporation. I think you've been pretty stressed lately. Why don't you go take counseling? Employee Bill suffered an unfortunate accident with singing machine that day. Right after the incident, abnormality Bold is Awesome appeared in the facility. We all cherish the memories of Bold Bill. If one comes in contact with abnormality, they will talk or write about the positive aspects of boldness for about an hour, and ultimately make themselves go bold. If you become bold, you can save time because you don't have to wash and dry your hair anymore, allowing you to be richer than others. No adverse reactions will happen if a bold employee is assigned to work with abnormality. The bold don't have to worry about hair loss. If a non-bold employee is assigned, they will shave off their own hair. Bold people can even reflect light off their head and blind their opponents like a solar flare. This abnormality's goal is to make every single human on Earth bold. We won't need light bulbs in our facility if there are more bold employees, because reflects off their heads. This allows us to save a tremendous amount of our budget. If a non-bold employee is sent to work with the abnormality, it'll produce less energy. Did you know that every single noble in Europe during the Middle Ages was bold, and they'd change their wig every day? We've just added some new rules to the company code of conduct. If you spot a XXX marking their co-worker with alopecia areata, they will be labeled as a hirsute, and will be banned from using the lounge for an indefinite period. They will also be forbidden from joining the company's debate club Questioners of the Absence of Bold Barbies, the Gourmet Meetup, Octopi Over Squid, and the environmental protection group Save the Bold Eagles. These regulations will be lifted as soon as the rule breakers' hair strand count goes below 1. Lastly, I dedicate this article to employee TH, who is quietly taking bolding machine next to me right now. Okay, cool. Well, that's gonna have to be it for this episode here, folks. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I do hope you enjoyed, and I hope it's the next one. And remember, if you want to go for just like us, please do consider hitting that subscribe button. It's free, and it really helps me out. Anyways, have a nice day, and goodbye!